What's up, good people? What's up, good people? It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder, President, CEO of J&F Enterprises. For those that aren't familiar with who we are and what we do, welcome to the brand new suite. J&F Enterprises is simply a business consulting firm, and we assist entrepreneurs to reclaim their time so that they can actually create more meaningful connections with their family, friends, and those that they serve. That is our goal. That is our mission. That is our system, is to make you better as an entrepreneur by 1% each and every day, so that you're better by the end of the year than you were at the beginning of the year, and so that you keep the doors open. We appreciate you all coming in and being tuned in to us each and every day. Hopefully you'll get some insight, you'll get some wisdom, you'll get some ideas, you're going to get principles, you're going to get strategies, you're going to get plans that you can use in order to be able to make you successful as an entrepreneur. As we've been doing this week, I'm not going to be long today, y'all. As we've been doing this week, we've been talking about the 5 ways entrepreneurs can know your numbers. How do you know? We tell you that you should know your numbers, but how do you get to know your numbers? Where is it that you're looking in order to be able to see the numbers that you're looking at? What numbers, where are you looking at in order to be able to do that? So we've been going over that all this week. We've been talking about how you leverage your accounting software. The accounting software is going to be major to you being able to know your numbers. Makes it easier for you to be able to automate and be able to print reports when you have a software system, an accounting software system that you use. We talked about tracking key performance indicators, your KPIs. What are your KPIs? How do you track them? What is it that you're looking for? Yesterday we talked about work with a bookkeeper or an accountant, how it's important to have them on your team. They should be in your circle of impact. They should be people who you have that you talk to on a regular basis. When you're talking to the accountant, your attorney, these are people that you need to have in your circle, but you should be talking with them on a regular basis in order to be able to keep up to date on the most current laws that are being passed, but then also on the second end of that, working with an accountant or bookkeeper, they can keep you where they can keep you abreast of your numbers. They can keep you abreast of how you're performing. They should give you an idea of how you're performing, where things, and we're getting into that today. But they are who essentially they keep track of your numbers. They look at your numbers to make sure that your business is producing at the level that you want it to be able to produce. So let's talk about today. What we're going to talk about, you should be conducting. Today we're going to talk about you should conduct regular financial reviews. We are at the beginning of quarter 4. Or if you're like me with the 12-week year, then you are in year 4 of 2024, because each quarter is a year with the 12-week year. You're compacting a whole year into 3 months. That's how this works. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, and then October, November, December. This is the month. This is the quarter that we finish strong. We want to make sure that we're peaking in our performance, so that we can end 2024 strong, and going into 2025 we're hitting the ground running. We're maximizing going into the new year. So what is the keeping conducting a regular financial review? What does it do for you? Why should you be doing it? Why should an entrepreneur what does this give you in respect to knowing, and so that you can know your numbers? So, when you conduct monthly reviews, this is one of the most effective ways to stay on top of your numbers. By conducting these reviews, here's what it gives you. or I should say, not what it gives you, or this is what you're going to be looking at. It'll give you, whether you're looking at monthly, whether you're looking at quarterly, reviewing your financial statements, including your profit and loss statement, your balance sheet, and your cash flow statement. It gives you a clear understanding and indication of how your business is performing. So this is why you need to know, where you need to go and to know your numbers. And what this practice does, it helps you to be able to spot trends. It helps you to be able to identify areas that need adjustment. And it helps you, or you want to stay proactive in what it is, in doing these reviews, because the more proactive you are, the better you are, well, the better you will be at spotting the trends, the better you are at being spotting the adjustments that need to be made. So you got to be careful and mindful of doing these reviews. It should be a part of your routine. Like I said, we're at the beginning of the fourth quarter. So this week, at the latest next week, you want to be doing your financial reviews. You want to look at the third quarter. Now you have 3 quarters to be able to look at, or 3 years of information data that you look at from January, February, from January all the way through September. You can look at, and it'll tell you how you've been performing, throughout this year. And then you're gonna repeat the same cycle going into 2025. The first quarter, second quarter, you want to do your reviews, and you usually want to do the reviews at the beginning of the next quarter or the next year. So that way, you should be doing them monthly and quarterly. Honestly, truly, you should be doing them monthly and quarterly. That way, on a monthly basis, you know how you're performing, and then quarterly, hey, this is what we did for the quarter. This is how we're performing. We performed it each month, and you'll be able to see, hey, let's say the first quarter we did well. Well, why did we do well? We did well because we had more clients. We were able to gain more clients in the first quarter than we did in the third quarter. Why was that? Maybe it was because it's the cycle of business. People don't do as much, of this during the fall, which would be this quarter, which would be in your third quarter. Hey, Bernice, morning, lady. How are you? Where so you can actually take a look at those numbers. But if you aren't doing those regular reviews, then you won't know what's happening. And it's important to know the reports that you're looking at too. You want to look at your P&L statement, your profit and loss statement. That tells you, where you're either making money or you're losing money. You want to look at your balance sheet, which gives you a frame for how your business is performing at that particular time. And then of course, looking at your cash flow. We talk about that all the time. What money's flowing in, what money's flowing out, and you can actually get to know where your money is going, where you're spending more money. That will give you an idea of, hey, you know what? We're spending money on this end, or we put money aside. We budgeted for this, but we really aren't using it in this area. Let's move that money over to to this area where we need more money. You want to make sure that as as the business owner, that you're looking at this. You and your accountant should be putting your eyes on this as you're doing your reviews, as you're doing your financial review. Take a look at where your spending habits are. What is costing you more? What's costing you less? And you can do those adjustments that I talked about. You can make those adjustments that are needed in order for you to be able to be have a successful, sustainable business. But you gotta be consistent with it, and you gotta be committed to it. This is right what we're talking about today. I promise you, the one of the major reasons that entrepreneurs aren't successful is because they don't know their numbers, they don't know where to look for their numbers, and they're not doing the monthly, quarterly reviews of the numbers so that they can make any adjustments that they're making, so that they can see what products are working, what products aren't working, what are those things that need to be done beforehand. And we used to have this thing when I worked at I believe it was DoubleTree when I was working there. The housekeeping manager and myself, I was the assistant housekeeping manager. We did what was called preventive maintenance on the rooms in the hotel. And preventive maintenance was, we had a schedule for things that needed to get done in a room. Whether it was the HVAC system make sure that we do a deep clean, whether it's flipping the mattresses, whether it's turning, different things that we need to do inside the room. It was a deeper clean. We had to be proactive in that, and created a schedule. We created a schedule so that we would know what rooms could be done, and we gave ourselves a time frame to get the whole property done as far as the maintenance was concerned. So we had to put a schedule. Same thing with your numbers here in doing what's called preventive maintenance. If you're proactive in the things that you're doing with your numbers, looking at your reports on a monthly basis. You don't have to do it daily, but you should be doing it once a month, once a quarter, and then that way, as you're going along, you do it monthly because you don't want to get caught. Wait too late. If you wait and do it just quarterly, you could be behind the 8 ball and not really discover what needs to be done. But if you're doing it monthly and you're doing quarterly, that way you're looking at a month, and then you're looking at quarterly, you're looking at the 3 months, or like I said, a year. If you're doing the 12-week year. This is important, and I believe if more entrepreneurs were looking at this, what I gave to you this week, your accounting software, looking at your KPIs, looking at your having a bookkeeper or an accountant as a part of your as a part of your team and your circle of impact, and you're actually talking with them on a regular basis. When you do your financial reviews, monthly and quarterly, that's when you and your bookkeeper or your accountant should be together. You all should be getting together monthly, and you should be getting together quarterly. And making sure, hey, are the numbers what are the numbers telling us? What are the numbers telling us? When we're adamant about it, when we're consistent about doing this, I believe you're more likely to be successful, because you're going to be able to point out, whether it's you'll see it in your P&L statement, you'll see it in your balance sheet, you'll see it in your cash flow statement. Those numbers will tell you how you're performing. Those numbers will tell you whether or not the health of your business, whether it's good health, whether it's bad health, whether some things that need to be changed. And the more proactive that you are, the more successful I believe that you'll be. So today, I want you to, the homework for today is, I want you to get that review together, that financial review. You should be looking at what you forecasted, what you budgeted, what was your budget for this year, and take a look at your performance, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. Take a look at those numbers. Those numbers. You want to make sure that you do that either today, you want to do it tomorrow, but you want to make sure that gets done. Make sure it gets done. I think that's what I wanted to have for you today, but I also want you to think about, as you're looking at your numbers, you're getting ready to go into 2025, so begin to put all of the information that you need going into 2025 together. Begin to put those financials together. You can look at 2020. 2024 is going to be a big indicator for what you budget for 2025. take a look at it and see what you did well this year, what you didn't do well, what needs to go into 2025 with you as far as products and services are concerned, and what doesn't. You want to start doing that now, and looking at your numbers will begin to show you what needs to kind of stay and go with you in 2024-5, and then what needs to kind of, hey, we kind of need to put that on the back burner, or if we do some tweaking, then we can add it into 2025. So that'll help you out. If you want to go into more detail, don't hesitate to connect with me. Y'all know what I do. I put put my calendar and put the information for you to contact me. You can shoot me a DM, holler at your boy. You can we can you want to make a strategy session or connect and put the put you on my calendar. I can't get my words together today. On the calendar, so that we can talk more detail about how to know your numbers and what you're looking for. We can actually paint it out. We can actually look at where you are, where you're trying to be, and those things that more than likely that can be done to make the adjustments to make sure that you are maximizing your bottom line. So hit me up. Don't forget, hop on over to the YouTube channel. Yes, sir. D, thank you, sir. 500 subscribers in 30 days. That's always the goal. I need you to click that subscribe button. I want you to like, comment, and share as well. I love hearing the feedback that I get from you all on whether or not, hey, this is helpful, this is useful for you. If you've implemented it, if you're using these principles and strategies that we're bringing to you on here, I really appreciate that. So, it's Greatness Thursday. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. It's Greatness Thursday. I want you to go out today and be great. We'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.